This bridge is a fabulous new community connector. This really does extend our Central Park area. It extends our parkland because now we have a connection between Central Park and our beautiful rec grounds. It's a way to enjoy Banff and get around Banff without being in your vehicle.
The history of the Nancy Pauw Bridge coming to the town of Banff is really 108 years in the making, dating back to 1914 and the City Beautiful Plan for Banff, which was created by the British town planner Thomas Mawson. And Mawson envisioned a network of bridges crossing the Bow River so that people could move around and enjoy this place of spectacular beauty. And so this is really the fulfillment of a 108-year vision for the town.
From a Pauw Foundation perspective, we're very proud of this initiative because it's a perfect legacy to Nancy Pauw. Nancy was someone who was extremely active and led a healthy lifestyle. She did triathlons, Ironmans, hiked, and was an avid cyclist. So seeing a pedestrian bridge in her name is the perfect tribute.
One of the wonderful things about our approach that I've so much enjoyed as I think of myself as an engineer builder is the fact that I'm responsible for the construction. We do all the design work, conceptual design. We hire different consulting engineers to help us. For example, geotechnical engineers to help with the foundations. We go through a design phase and then go straight into development of 3D models and all the engineering, and then getting into construction.
We are the design builder of the projects. We get involved with the client early on. We come up with a proposal, submit to the town of Banff, and there's a lot of planning, engineering, design development, from procurement to scheduling to executing the project on site.
The new bridge in Banff is our third bridge for this client. It's a bridge actually that the town has been waiting to build for 100 years.
So in a design build partner, the town was really looking for someone who shared the town's vision for a structure which could blend seamlessly into the environment. We wanted someone with a technical ability to build a structure that was incredibly challenging and yet with the modesty to allow it to be subservient to the natural environment.
To deal with logistics, we had to do a lot of things in advance. Each section of the bridge is 40 meters long that we had to transport on the highways and into the town of Banff. What makes this bridge really unique is that it's actually a shallow arch. When you design a shallow arch, the engineering has to be up a notch to deal with the design of the loads transferring through a shallow arch.
As you can imagine, an arch that's like this, it creates certain thrust at the abutments, but when it gets down to this, it creates tremendous forces. And so we are designing the bridge so that under a design load, that abutment only moves half an inch.
In order to do it in two pieces, we had to deal with connection challenges and figure out how to connect two pieces in the air.
If you can imagine taking two pieces, each 40 meters or 130 feet long, and bringing them together so that they touch perfectly in the middle. The dimensional tolerances are exceedingly fine. Those bearing connections are like a 5-inch diameter pin that nestles into a knuckle, and the backing plate behind it is 4 inches thick. It's there to distribute the stresses into the timber behind it, and those two knuckles are going to come together just like that and thrust into the abutments. The thing I love about footbridges is that they're like pure structure. They don't have to carry heavy loads. They just got to get people across. What you don't want is people crossing the bridge to feel uncomfortable. The bridge has multiple natural frequencies. And if one of those modes of vibration coincides with the frequency of walking or with jogging, you could potentially have a problem if we call the accelerations become too high. And so we did a huge amount of analysis and ended up putting in tune mass dampers in order to cancel walking frequency and to cancel jogging frequency.
Well, in particular, our part really was about trying to knit the bridge into the landscape. You know, this was a pretty wide open area. Originally, we had to take down a bunch of trees too, which we know would impact kind of the view corridors. And we knew there was a significant amount of regrading relative to the flood elevation that we had to maintain for the bridge and the overall height. So that was really the primary thing, is how do we fit it in and make it look like it's always been here and not kind of sticking out. So it's that integration. And then materiality was really big too, really leveraging, you know, kind of the natural landscape. So the stone and wood that you see, you know, behind you here today, that was really primarily what we're trying to do.
You know, it's fantastic when you see an infrastructure project come together and it looks exactly like the renderings you were provided. And that certainty is so reassuring from a regulator's perspective and a designer's perspective. And so we're very grateful about the forethought that went into the bridge from StructureCraft's side.
It feels like that bridge has always been there. From the second we cut the ribbon until whatever it is, a couple hours now, I don't think there hasn't been anybody on it. It ticks so many boxes. It's community, it's active lifestyles, it's helping with climate change. It's truly a win-win-win, and we are so happy to have it open.
It's a bridge that will be enjoyed by residents and visitors alike. Anyone just getting out to enjoy Banff's beauty, it will benefit everyone, and that's really the great thing about it.